Hello and welcome to another video in Golang tutorial for beginners. And my name is Gunesh Shanbhag, and in today's video we'll be looking at recover keyword, which will be used to recover a program from panic. So in the last video I had shown you an example where we had used defer along with the panic. And so now what I will do is I'll just copy this program that we have written earlier, which was about account details with branch code and user ID. I will just copy it in a new file, and this will be a recover file. So in this we can see that we have one function, and so I'll show you how to recover from panic. And recover is a built-in function that is used to regain control of a panicking program. So our program is panicking while branch code is nil, so we'll take care of that. And we have to keep in mind that recover is only useful when we call it inside a deferred function. So we'll need a deferred function here so that we can get back or we can recover the program from the panic. So what I will do is, first I will create a function here on top. We'll say recover account. This will be our function, recover from the panic. And what we'll do here is, we'll just create a variable with r. The name will be r colon equal to, we'll call our function, that is recover function. And after that we want to add one more line, so we'll just add a semicolon, and we'll check if r is not equal to nil. So if r is nil, then we don't need to worry about anything because it's not panicking. And if suppose r is nil, not nil, that means there is some panicking happening. And what we'll do here, we'll just print out the cause of the panic. It should be, and inside here we'll say recovered from, and then comma r, and we'll add a new line here. And now we need to call this recover account function to recover our account details. So wherever the panic is happening, inside this we'll remove this defer statement, which is printing deferred call in account details. And instead of here, we'll just call that method by using the deferred keyword, defer recover account. So keep in mind, whenever you are recovering, you should use a defer keyword to call that function, otherwise it will not work. And rest will be same. And if I go ahead and run this, you can see that it is first printing recovered from, then it will print the runtime error, which is in the panic function, and then it will say return normally from main function. Then it will call any deferred functions or deferred calls in the main function. So let me show you the execution stack trace. And one more thing is that we can't see the stack trace here, and we'll take care of that a little bit afterwards. And I will show you how the flow actually works. So when it starts from the main function, it will defer the first call, and this will be put on stack, and then it will go to account details function. It will call this function, and then inside here it will defer the recover account function. So this is also put on stack, and then it will go in the branch code equal to nil, and will get nil. So it will panic. So as soon as it panics, it will stop the execution of the program. It will try to come out of this account details function. So before coming out, it should run this deferred function. So it will run this recover account. So the control will go to recover account function, and in here you can see that it will try to recover, and it will just print out the recovered from and the error it was getting. So the panic error will be printed here, and then after that it will come back to the main function. So because this is the top level function, it will come back here, and in here it will execute the next statement, because it has been recovered, so it will just execute the normal execution of the program. So it will print recovered normally from main function. Then it will just check, before exiting the main function, it will just check if any deferred functions are there or deferred statements are there, and it will just print deferred call in main function. That is what is happening here. It will just recover from runtime error, branch code not equal to nil, branch code can't be nil. Then it just check return, then it will just print return normally from main function. Then it will just say deferred call in main function. Now I will show you one more example. So we'll just, before that I will show you how to get the stack trace, because we can't see our stack trace like earlier programs. So what you can do here is, we have to import one more library. That library name is we are like importing from the inbuilt library runtime. From that we will like to import debug. If you go down and inside the recover account function, after the println, what we'll do, we'll just call debug.print stack. So print stack function is called, and if you go ahead and run this, you will get a concise view of the stack trace. So you can see here recovered from, it will got a runtime error, and then it will show the stack trace as it has gone from 24th line to 16th line, the recover account function. Then it has gone to account details function again when it encountered a panic, and then back in the main function. It has printed the remaining statements. So this is how you can get back the stack trace if you're not getting. And I'll show you one more example here. So I'll just comment out everything and I will just copy and paste the example. So what is happening here is, we have one slice named n, and this should be without 3 dots, which means it's a slice now. Before it was array, and the slice has 3 elements, 5, 7 and 4. And in the next line we are just trying to access the 4th element, which is not present. And we'll just go ahead and run this, and you can see that we got a panic saying index out of range, that is 4 with the length of 3. Now what we can do is, we'll add recover function here to recover from this program or recover from this panic. So we'll say func recover slice panic, and we have if r colon equal to recover, then we'll add semicolon, r is not equal to nil, which means there is an error. In that case we'll just print out the error saying recovered from comma r. And in here where the panic is happening, we'll add that along with the defer keyword, which means that when the panic happens, at that time this recover function will be called. So you have to remember that recovering or recover functions are always prefixed with the defer keyword. Now we have called this, we'll just go ahead and run this. So you can see that it is first going in the recovered from runtime error. So when the panic is happening, it is recovering, and next line is it has returned from the main. So you can see that when the panic was happening, it was not printing this line, because as soon as the panic was happening, it was just coming out of this slice panic function, and it was also coming out of this main function. But in this case, it has recovered from the panic and it has printed the last line of the main function after the panic is happened. So this is how you recover from the panic. So thank you guys. I will see you in the next video.